Pendleton. At Pendleton, we got further tasking. We sat on deck from Pendleton for about 45 minutes, got further tasking, then departed Pendleton, which is a little bit closer to the Cocos fire that we were there to fight. It's about 15 miles north of the fire. Launched out of Pendleton, and there were a total of 3 53s. We got there 2 and then 1, but I won't get into that detail. Launched out of there as 3 53s, got on station and established comms with 1st Night Rider, and then, which is the 46s on station, and followed them into a zone. They gave us the grid. We landed in a zone that was about 2 miles from the fire. Dropped our buckets out that were empty at this point, and from the zone we could see the traffic pattern, got some essay on what was going on there, how many aircraft were there, where we needed to go, and where we were picking up water and where we were dropping it off. Once we got that and we got the buckets out, we picked up, got some separation between us because it takes a little bit to fill up the buckets, so we need a little bit of time for the second aircraft to get some water. Followed a couple of 46s into the water pickup site, which was surrounded by some houses and some people. It was pretty tight, but once we got in there, it was apparent that we could get 2 53s, so I slid over, the second one came in, and we both did the pick up water at the same time. Took the water over to the fire, the Cocos fire, which was on the side of a ridge line. I made the first pass and called a board on it for another pass to get a better look at it. The second aircraft made their drop, I believe, on their first run, so they came through, did a good drop. The controller there said that it was a perfect drop, so we tried to match his, and actually that was on the first one. We called abort because we were too close to the ridge line, I thought, and then so we changed our angle, hit it from a different angle, and that was on our second run. The bucket didn't work fast enough, so we didn't get off the second time. Third time, dropped on the fire, turned out good, and they were calling bingo and going home for the day. It was getting pretty close to sunset, so at most we were going to get maybe 2 more drops. Total, the 53s got 4 drops. They're big drops, though.
Good deal, good deal. All right, and how do you feel about doing this, like, for the city of San Diego?
It's great. It's great to get out there and help out the city. We're here all the time. We make noise, but it's great to get out there and help them out, and I think they appreciate it. I know they see it. They see us overhead, so they know why we're there today. Part was doing the drop, for sure, and seeing the effect it had on the fire. I didn't see it, but hearing the crew chief say what the effect it had on it. So nice. I think we put out some flames. This part was initially entering the traffic pattern, because you're entering from miles out. Everybody else has gotten their flow down. It's toward the end of the day, so they already had their traffic pattern figured out. So we hear a lot of traffic, and we don't know exactly where it is, but we approach carefully. Absolutely, it'll be different crews, but some of the people will be going back for the second time, and definitely the biggest learning curve is on the first entry into the traffic pattern. So we'll have people who have done it recently, potentially on the same fire, and if not, they'll have heard a lot of talk about it. So we do a lot of talking, a lot of pass down informally within the squadron to make the second drops